money. That one we talked about.
Yeah. You're quite good at this whole fitting thing.
Just joining the dots.
Yeah, that's a nice one there.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to dive into a nuance of club fitting that both you and I do. We have pretty conventional set makeups. You play your irons a little bit shorter, or this year's been the first year you've done
first
that.
time, yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, we're fairly conventional in how our golf clubs are set up. Both of us have done the same thing, though, in the 5-wood position. And we talk about this a lot in the club fitting sort of environment, that length doesn't have to be, the length of 3-wood, length of 5-wood in our case, doesn't have to be as stock, standard as I think some people treat it. What's the length of your 5-wood currently?
My 5-wood right now is at 41 and a half.
Yes.
Like, it's short, but
9-wood length.
9-wood length, but I mean, we will see in the video, but it's helped a ton.
A massive amount. And guys, I think that's the reason for this topic in particular, because I want to kind of help those of you who find fairwood's just a real difficulty. You know, whether it's strike, whether you're more comfortable with an iron and you know, you get to that fairwood, that long club that's not got much loft on it. Manufacturers are doing what they can to lower centers of gravity and do things to help you guys. But ultimately, if the club is not traveling in the right direction at the moment of truth, at that point of contact, you're going to have a heck of a time with fairwood off the ground. And that's where I think really, you know, the shorter 5-wood in particular can be a massive advantage 100%. To a lot of people.
Even sometimes in the 3-wood, we've tried where you shorten that a bit, and again, maybe helps with strike, whatever it may be.
Yep. All right. We've set up your current 5-wood, which is at 17.25 loft. We've got that with a Ventus Red 7S. We've actually got your shaft, which is the shorter version. Yep. Let's start off with the longer one.
Well, I guess standard length.
Standard length, yeah.
Okay, cool. That was a good strike, yeah.
All right, Michael, a few more with the standard, call it standard 43-inch 3-wood length. Yeah. And it's a 16.5 degree head, so it's technically a 4-wood head. Yeah. Within the 10-gram adjustability, that Titleist, it can be anything you want. It can be a 3-wood, it can be a 4-wood, it can be a 5-wood. And that's the beauty of fairwoods that have this amount of adjustability. Decent?
Yeah, a wee bit cutty, but yeah.
Yep. Okay, give me one more.
A good strike, just Healy. Hanging the face open.
Yeah. So really what happens for you, Mikey, when it comes to the longer clubs, the longer the club is, the more you default towards the move you don't want to make. Yeah. Which is this box right here, this out to in path. You don't want to see any piece of that, because the more the path moves left, the more the face stays right, trying to keep the face at the target, and inevitably you put too much sort of rightward spin on it or too much spin axis tilt. So that is why I think short has worked for you really well. Let's switch that out. All right, Michael. Let's move you towards something a little bit different. Obviously, you know, big change to the length, an inch and a quarter. We've positioned the weight, the loft sleeve into a different sort of configuration as well. Yeah. What I want is to kind of, for you not to see that ball go right and watch how your swing evolves from there.
Right, okay.
Immediately, and one of the things I want this video to show people is we've lost an inch in length, so really we should be talking about a speed loss and you know, potentially losing a bit of distance, not a bit of it. No. Inevitably, you'll probably mishit it a little bit more. The longer the club is, the harder it is to manage strike. Immediately there for you, you got the strike in a much better spot. Spin rate was down a little bit, launch was up a little bit, speed was better, and overall just looked like a much, much more solid shot.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see a few more. Good. Like, I want to see more of that flight with this club. You know, something that hits his apex and actually has some left movement to it. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Because having this in the bag for a couple months, I've noticed the one that drifts away and doesn't really do anything.
Yep. You just get away with that one so much more. You know, 5-wood for you is what, 235 club, 230 club?
Yeah, 230.
Yeah, it's sitting pretty much right on the number.
Right out of the gates when you saw it too, like the strike, speed was the same, it's shorter, and the strike was better.
Yeah, 1.25 inches less in length. Really changed the strike point, moved it, you know, much, much more over towards the center. Path is a little bit better. Face angle getting more closed, which I really, really like.
Yeah.
The loft sleeve has given us the capability, though, as we've went shorter, so we're going to, as we get shorter, the toe is going to sit, you know, more down and the club's going to play flatter. I've moved Mikey into a more upright lie position on the SureFit chart, and you've absolutely given up nothing.
Yeah. It's tighter to the center line, which is nice.
Much, much better.
Still a bit of a drift to the right, but again, like you said, that's path.
That's going to be the residual. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, right now it needs to do that.
Yeah.
Because as long as the path is left, the flight has to move right.
Yeah.
Unless you want to kind of hit pulls and pull draws.
I like the way this is sitting, the line angle you put it in.
Yeah, sits well
nice.
I mean, I might make one little change, just more into the draw sort of setup. Within the Titleist SureFit setting, we've got some different face angle positions as we go through the 16 positions on the chart, Mikey.
Yeah.
I had you in A2 there, which had the face sitting pretty neutral, slightly open, but upright. And I've moved you into D3, so just moved you up one square in the chart.
Yeah.
We should have actually the face marginally more closed. So even tighten that face to path relationship just a little bit. Give you maybe a little bit more airtime, and to be honest, it might also give you a bit more protection sometimes if you get that one turning over, a bit more spin.
It sits nice right away. It doesn't look closed. That felt good.
Come on.
Get up.
It's really nice.
Oh, super long, but it felt good.
We've given you, I mean, just that setting has given you just a little bit more dynamic loft.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah.
That one we talked about.
Yeah. You're quite good at this whole fitting thing.
Just joining the dots.
Yeah, that's a nice one there. Nice to see that the second last one and then that one, the spin is like in a better window rather than 2,800, 2,900.
What I love to see for golfers, Mikey, is when they have a pattern that they're trying to move away from. For you, it's too much of a leftward path. And
yeah.
Let's hit a few more because let's let this play out. But I think over time, you're going to swing less
across
out to in.
Right, okay.
Because the ball's turning over much more easily. A low?
A little low strike, yeah, thin, yeah.
You keep hitting that same miss though. That 220 rolls out to 235. Yep, it's pretty good.
It works.
Mm-hmm. Strong.
This D3 setting's nice. It looks good at address too.
So same head. You had yours in the C3 setting.
Yeah.
Right. So a little bit upright, a little bit more loft. We end up keeping it that loft, going a little bit more upright. So the kind of longer shaft length, you were struggling a bit in the heel, getting a little bit kind of down and across it, and the compound miss. We always talk. We never want the compound miss. We've got the face slightly open, we've got heel strike, and we've got an out to in path. That's a It's a recipe to miss it out to the right-hand side. We changed the length, which is kind of the setting yours was at. I wanted to take the spin down a little bit, so I went from C3 to A2, more upright, but less loft.
Yeah.
And probably saw us in a similar launch window, but just less spin. Didn't love that. But I did like the changes that were made to the straightness. And then the cherry on top is the final piece where we get the spin back up a little bit, but we get the ultimate correction to the ball flight.
Nice to see it start left.
Yeah. And then you evolve as time goes on. So you start to feel really, really comfortable in doing two things really well: a more neutral path and a more leftward face, which is exactly what I want. I want the strike to comply with the delivery, because you can be a little bit out to in and hit it marginally in the toe, and you can hit pretty much dead straight shots. That's exactly what you were doing. Yeah. That's the compounding of the strike and the face and the path, everything working together.
Yeah, because this 5-wood for me, or 4-wood, whatever you want to call it, it is a utility club, because even looking at angle attack there, like to get out of some thick rough or to get out of a bad lie, like, and to see that it still has a chance, I know those lies will vary, but I can get down at the ball a little bit more efficiently.
Great, isn't it?
So much better.
That's great. Yeah. And that also, guys, when we see angle of attack, and especially path left, angle of attack down, we're moving low point slightly ahead of the golf ball, which makes turf interaction or quality of low point, making that a little bit more refined, a little bit better as well. So, we would normally see a bit of a ball speed spike, and actually, I think in the last one, we're starting to see that 144 ball speed. So it's spiking a little bit into a really, really nice window. So excellent. To go from what was already what we consider an okay ball flight to something in the same head as good as that. That's fitting.
Definitely.
That's utilization of all of our fitting tools. Club length, swing weight got a little bit lighter. We moved the weight into H2, into the heel position, moved the sure fit sleeve into D3, which is upright and a little bit higher loft. It's adding it all together.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice little cleanup.
Definitely. So guys, we want you to think, we want you to think out the box, but we certainly hope other fitters are thinking outside the box. A 5-wood length is 42.5 inches. Right? If it's a 4-wood head in this length, or in this case, it might be 43 inches. Yeah. So Mikey's playing his 1.25 inches shorter than the standard length of that one. You've had to go from a 7S, which you normally play in your 5-wood. This is an 8S in the Ventus Red. You went from the standard, little red sure fit weight into the gold +6. So there's all these additional things that are being layered on top of this. Add in the lie angle, add in the extra loft. We're changing face angle, being a little bit more closed. Mikey really liked that, gave him more confidence. He was going to keep it online. We talk about this value of compound club fitting. Why do one thing when you can do 5 or 6 and guarantee the results so much more? It's just a much, much more solid platform to base any thought process off of. That if I want to help my client, I can give them 5 things that will change it when someone may think of one thing.
Yeah, good point.
Right? So, it's why club fitting is always going to be the way that you guys will extract the most performance out of your own clubs and any clubs you're fit for down the line.
Love it.
Good?
Good.
Okay. Guys, let us know your thoughts on this, ways in which you can customize your own clubs. There's, these days, to be honest, there's no such thing as standard. Standard is dead in club fitting. It should be dead. We live within a starting point, and that allows us to move towards the end point, which hopefully is a perfectly fit club. So, try not to think of anything as standard anymore within this game. There's only what works for you. That's the only thing that matters. So stay tuned for more, guys. Really enjoy doing these sessions for you. Let us know in the comments your thoughts about these types of processes. We'd love to hear from you. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you again soon.